Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is currently 10:32 a.m., May 24, 2026, and I'm going to tell you something about nutrition that most people are not going to tell you. The salad you ordered at the restaurant that you went to last night, you thought it was a healthy choice. But quite frankly, if we're talking about hormone prioritization and gut health optimizing, getting salad just might be the worst thing on the menu that you could get. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 different things in order to look for at a restaurant and 5 things to avoid ordering at restaurants. Let's get to it. First things first on the menu is number 1, any sort of red meat. Grilled, baked, seared in butter. I'm talking lamb. I'm talking beef. I'm talking bison, okay? Whatever it is, red meat is one of the most complete foods that you're able to get for your hormone optimization. It's loaded with zinc. Zinc is the primary mineral that your body uses in order to produce testosterone. Not only is it high in zinc, but it is very high in saturated fat and cholesterol. And yes, I said cholesterol. Cholesterol is the building block of testosterone. If without testosterone, without cholesterol, you do not have testosterone. Just look at the molecular structure of cholesterol molecule versus a testosterone molecule. I mean, come on, you guys. The proof is in the fucking pudding. Anyway, number 2, shrimp or fish. Grilled, baked, or sauteed. Anything that is not fried. Shrimp is incredibly high in protein and selenium is the mineral that supports thyroid function. And your thyroid controls your metabolic rate, energy, fat loss, temperature regulation, caloric, like the burning of calories in a rested state, all of that. Next up, we got fish. Any kind of seafood, I would say, really. But shrimp and fish are definitely my 2 favorites. Fish, especially fatty fish such as tuna or salmon, it's loaded with the fatty omega-3s, which directly counter inflammation. Inflammation is probably top 2 to top 3 biggest drivers to disrupt your hormones. Avocados. Or if you're at a Mexican restaurant, which I'm actually going to a Mexican restaurant later today with my dad. But if you're at a Mexican restaurant, go for guacamole, 1000%, but make sure it is the fresh guacamole. Don't get none of that bullshit. Avocado every single time, high in monosaturated fat, directly linked to just testosterone growth. Avocados are actually also very high in potassium. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, I am pretty sure for weight, 100 grams of avocado and 100 grams of banana are actually like, they're pretty much the damn same, okay? And potassium helps support your cortisol, adrenal function. Yeah. Order water. You do not need anything else besides water. I mean, your body is quite literally 65 to 70% water. Don't get no sugar-free bullshit, okay? Just get water. Next up, number 5, broth-based soups. I'm not talking about broccoli cheddar soup. I'm not talking about potato soup. I'm not talking about tomato soup. Okay, we need everything that is water-based, broth-based. You know, maybe some bone broth, maybe some pho broth, beef broth, chicken broth, even like miso. I really do enjoy miso. Anything that has like a clear water base, okay? Bone broths or beef broths, anything like that, they're very rich in glycine, collagen, and this is all going to support your gut lining. And remember, if you want to optimize your hormones, you must optimize your gut health. Water-based broth. Alright, number 1. If you are any one of my clients and you get these at a restaurant, I gotta slap the shit out of you. Sugary drinks, bro. And sugar-free drinks. Alright. Soda, lemonade, sweet tea, juice. The single thing to cut out, and that most, honestly, probably very, one of the highest impacts that is able to change, it's sugar sweetened. They spike your insulin, and not only do they spike your insulin, it actually spikes your insulin faster than if you were to eat a food. So stay away from that. Stay away from that bullshit. You're pretty much water. First of all, water is free. Second of all, you're about to pay $4.99 to suppress your hormones, bro. You're gonna pay money to suppress your hormones? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly? All right. Number 2, bread or chip basket. Tell your waiter not even to bring that bullshit, okay? You didn't plan for it. You don't need it. It's always made with refined flour, seed oils, added sodium. It spikes your insulin before the meal even gets to your table, bro. If your insulin is already spiked before your food, that means that your body is already in storage mode, is already in non-fat burning mode because your insulin is so spiked. Easiest thing you can do is just say no to chips, say no to bread. Number 3, we got fried foods. Fried and or breaded. I'm not even going to explain that. If you need an explanation on why you should not be eating fried foods, then you're just gonna piss me off. Number 4 things to avoid: get their shit out of a bottle, or they just make it with like a bunch of processed mayonnaise and processed seed oils and all that other bullshit. But if you look at a thing of dressing, the first ingredient is always soybean oil, some form of sugar, a bunch of emulsifiers, a bunch of damn what's the other thing called, bro? Preservatives, and you're pretty much just pouring an inflammatory liquid on top of your salad, okay? Now that I say that, actually, it leads to my first point. Now, this may be pretty controversial, bro. What am I doing? What the helly? What the helly? Alright, number 5, salads. And I do think this one is going to surprise a majority of y'all, especially whenever it comes to restaurant salads. Before you come at me, before you think I'm an idiot, hear me out. First problem with salads is the dressing, which we just, talked about. Second thing is all of these salads every single salad, okay, they're built on a base of lettuce, kale, spinach, very leafy greens, okay, and leafy greens are very high in oxalates. Oxalates is an anti-nutrient. An anti-nutrient is a compound that pretty much binds to different foods in your body, and it blocks your gut's ability to even absorb any of that nutrients. Anti-nutrients, okay? Leafy greens contain oxalates. Oxalates are anti-nutrients. Anti-nutrient stops your body from being able to take in the nutrients. Okay, so let's say you get, a fatty ribeye. Let's say you get, a high quality, piece of fish. All of the zinc that you're getting, all of the vitamins that you're getting, all of the protein that you're getting, your body is not even going to be able to absorb that, because at the same time you have a F-ton of anti-nutrients in your gut. Whenever people say like, oh my gosh, eat your vegetables, oh my gosh, eat your leafy greens, maybe if your main goal is to just eat low calorie, but whenever it comes to your overall health, your overall hormone health, your overall gut health, stay the fuck away from salads, bro. Stay away from vegetables. Majority of vegetables, all they are nowadays is a bunch of glyphosates, a bunch of pesticides, and a bunch of fiber, and a bunch of oxalates, okay? If anything, prioritize fruit. And whenever I say fruit, I mean by definition fruit, okay? I don't mean cooking vegetables, by the way. A cooking vegetable is zucchini, a cooking vegetable tomato, a cooking vegetable, blah, blah, blah. But whenever it comes to the key definition of a fruit, a cucumber is a fruit, a tomato is a fruit, a zucchini is a fruit, okay? And those do not have a high amount of oxalates, okay? Fruit is fruit. Stay with fruit. By definition, fruit, not cooking fruit, okay? Chef fruit is different. Anyway, you guys, to wrap things up, those are 10 things, your entire framework for eating at any restaurant. Let's prioritize red meat, you guys. Prioritize red meat. Prioritize seafood, avocados. Get water. Maybe get a water-based soup. Don't get fried food. Don't get sugary drinks. Don't get any salads. Don't get any dressings. And that is as simple as I could put it. I may have gone into a little too much detail into some of the stuff, but if you are interested in coaching, comment down below. If you want to prioritize your hormones, prioritize your gut health, prioritize your energy, please comment down below. I am right here. Thank you for watching. Peace.